Are you Obi-Wan or are you a monk?
No.
I was, a last minute dressing for a Halloween wedding, so that was what I was doing. All right, where's the? We know as it starts, so we can call the meeting to order, please, if we could stand for the pledge of allegiance.
Where is that?
There's a flag right there.
Right there.
Oh, here we go. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and
Thank you so much, and I appreciate everyone's patience. Heck, I thought I'd timed it right. You guys would be done by now. We will
I
run.
voted for that, just so you-
There we go, on you, Laura. Roll call, Ms. Arp,
Here.
Mr. Byer. You sent an email, I think, right, or no?
I was out of town last week.
Seem to recall he sent an, no, he did not. So I don't think we know of an excuse. Ms. Ensley.
Here.
Ms. Conley is excused. Ms. Howland. Ms. Powell is attending her daughter's wedding. Mr. Ringler is here. Mr. Friesinga.
I'm here.
Mr. Wilks.
Here.
That's enough, right? 5.
Yes, 5.
Those citizens wishing to speak on agenda or non-agenda items will be allowed a maximum of 4 minutes to address their concerns. This is the only time during the meeting of the DDA that you would be allowed to address the board. Please state your name and address for the record if you'd like. Anyone wishes to speak? Any conflicts of interest or ex parte communication? I would entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Moving on to the consent agenda, which would include the approval of the minutes from our meeting of the 29th and the September 26th, along with a special meeting of the 17th, and hopefully you had a chance to look at those and to accept and file their financial report from 10/31.
Motion.
Any discussion? All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Unfinished business. Discussion of the next DDA sponsored mural.
So keeping in mind that I was out of town last week, and did not do this entirely by myself. I think what we're looking for here is, I believe you have budgeted $5,000 in your budget this year for a mural. Guess I'm looking for a little bit more direction. I know we've discussed this in the past, but you know, is this something that we want to put on this year? Do we want to use that money for something else? And do we have a location we'd like to put it?
I was gonna put that fence up between my building and Cronkite's, but he doesn't want to approve that, so that would have been a great spot, cause it faces Main Street, but that's not going anywhere, cause I can't seem to get a yes. I would gladly offer the side of my building, but it doesn't have great visibility.
You know what I think? I think, the new pocket park that we're putting in, why don't we have some art put there?
Yeah, so the pocket park, which will be for next year, the back portion of it is likely to have a fence of some kind, probably a 6 or 8 foot fence, which might be a good location for a mural. But you could also buy some kind of sculpture or something.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, sculpture would be cool.
Another possibility. Of course, this would require a motion of the board, but I know that the CBDT is looking at potentially turning the old fire station into a pocket park of its own. And one of the things that Ms. Spar indicated was she would like to have a big fountain of some kind. So this board could potentially donate to that cause. Or any number of other artistic, you know, things.
As of right now, we don't know if that's actually going forward.
We had talked about the front of this building, correct? We've talked about the side of the building that is now occupied by the photo studio
Oh, yes.
next to Len's building.
Sorry, we now have 2 photo studios in town.
Oh, sorry, yes. The one in the former billiard hall,
Next to Mr. Breezenby's.
yes. Were there any other locations that we had previously discussed?
So we do have some asphalt walking paths in town that we could do a horizontal mural on. In particularly the asphalt path that kind of borders between the library and Harvester Spring. But I thought that was a little bit on the simplistic side for a mural list. And I thought that might be the location for perhaps contracting with high school art students too.
I guess the reason I'm asking that is if we don't have something firmly in the crosshairs, then maybe we do explore some other ideas with that budgetary money, such as a sculpture or contributing towards a fountain or something.
And of course, we're getting into winter, so this is obviously not like high priority.
Yeah.
But I do want you to think on it, because one of the things this board likes to do and should be doing is improving the art atmosphere here in the downtown.
And if Cronkite sell that building next door, maybe we can get that wall put up or a fence put up.
But I don't think that would be 5,000 plus. That'd be part of next year's budget. Yeah, this is for this year's
Yeah.
budget, right? We're talking about
So this goes through June 30th.
Right. this year's. And do you have, is there progress on yours?
Yeah, so she come in and like sketched it out, and I said, no, you gotta start.
Don't know.
She painted it. Mhm. So I think she was there this weekend actually and sketched it again, so I'll let you know.
So if we don't come up with something by the spring, it would just roll into next year's, it'd be roll into our account. We can. do
I think a
something larger next
sculpture
year.
in town would be super cool downtown somewhere, right?
Yep. One of the things I'd love, it's just me, I'd love to see a little dog statue that people can pet. It's one of those things that, like the angel wings we talked about previously, people just like that type of thing. And they're surprisingly expensive.
Like the bulldogs in Big Rapids.
Yeah, but those are fiberglass. I was thinking more bronze or something like that. I mean, there's all sorts of things, all sorts of sculptures. The Powells have their sculptures that they put out.
And Haven has a really cool tall blue dog in front of outside ales that people always stop and take pictures with.
Well, the John Ball Park and the zoo does that. The
Mhm.
kids sit there.
I think that would be cool. Personally.
I mean, that's.
Yeah.
suitable.
And if it's near a park, it'll look great.
How do you feel about a concrete giraffe?
Why, you got one of those laying around?
There's that concrete lawn ornament place up on M37 Joint North that has this giraffe that I've always wanted.
Well, the countryside greenhouse has velociraptors.
Oh, those are cool, yeah.
I'm thinking about putting one of those in my garden at my house, but you guys want to put it in the pocket park in front of City Hall?
That'd look really.
This thing, we have an existing pocket park and we have one that's being for next year, so.
And potentially one. for the
Earmark.
library.
we could earmark something for that.
Sorry.
Would the board be opposed to me approaching the school about the possibility of high school art students doing the horizontal mural on the walkway?
I think it'd be awesome.
Because I suspect, because the walkway is 5 or 6 foot wide. What we could do is say, okay, we'll take 5 artists, give them $1,000 a piece to do a 10-foot section. So now you have a 50-foot section, which has been painted. I think that'd be cool. But at the very least, I could approach the school and see what interest they might have.
I think that'd be cool.
And I guess maybe for your homework assignment then would be think about sculptures and where we could get one and for what place. And I mean, I don't know if this board has any preference. I certainly don't. What type-
Well, maybe a matter of, checking out some of the other ones that we like and who did them.
Yeah, I've seen some pretty, in my opinion, pretty atrocious art in some communities. So I prefer not that.
Ones that we like.
Yes.
All right. So then we move on, we'd be seeking a motion to approve the sale of the DDA pennants at a price of and to donate one of each to the historical museum and one pennant to the fire department.
You might want to consider tabling this because this is kind of Rose Powell's baby.
Yeah, she told me, she stopped me on the street and said, RVD, don't throw the pennants away.
So you might want to table it.
I don't know, there's no, unless there's opposition, I mean, I think we just have to determine what's the price.
Well, whether you guys want to donate these at all.
We're- Is there any discussion on this point? Is anybody opposed to donating them?
Not opposed to donating.
Like the idea of definitely the places where they're gonna go, make complete sense to me.
Absolutely.
I would entertain a motion to approve the sale of the pennants with X price. And donate one of each to the museum and the fire department.
I second.
I need a motion, I can't.
Oh,
Motion,
sorry. You
motion
motioned
made.
that.
Well, I just.
Oh, we need a price.
I second. Oh, we need a price?
How much is that thing worth?
I have absolutely no idea. And
$50?
there's Rose's World, and then as
I'd
Mike
say
said, we may need
$50.
to table it.
$50 each. You think someone's gonna pay that for a pen that's 30 years old?
Are they worth anything to us?
I think they're all neighbors. They're like, Dave might want, take one in his restaurant. Jody might want to take one in her restaurant. I would buy one.
I think
buy one.
Right.
Cause it, I've got a lot of flags hanging.
And I think $50 is a fair price. That too high? I don't know. Am I thinking too high?
That's the price I thought in my head
I
was $50.
I wasn't gonna, I wouldn't pay 100 for them, I'll tell you that,
No.
but I'd pay 50.
Mhm.
It's like,
Okay, so to clarify, Ms. Ensley's motion will be the sale of the DDA pennants for a price of $50 to donate one of each to the museum and the fire department.
Yes.
Okay, and then we have a second.
Yes,
Is there any further discussion?
I would like one of each, please.
Then I would, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Motion carries. We would also take one. Okay, new business. Look at this. We're efficient. We're moving right along. Resolution 2201, to establish the regular meeting dates of the DDA from January 23 to December 23. And those are in your packets.
don't have to, do this today. If you guys haven't looked at it, I'd rather get it right. Obviously, it needs to be accomplished before the beginning of the year.
22 dates I see. There they are.
Usually.
Page 14.
September 255 might be an issue.
you wanna meet in 2055?
Well, no, the 255th day of September.
It'll be the 25th. November.
See when,
Be right before Thanksgiving.
Right.
So. Yeah.
With the correction of September 25th, I would entertain a motion to establish the dates for next year.
Second, or a motion, sorry.
Any further discussion? All in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Motion carries. And then we have a motion to approve the snow removal services for O'Dowd Lawn Care. Those are also in your packet. I believe that is the 2 pages farther, page 16. Don't know that we did any salting last year, did we? We just did the snow removal. Or did we?
I believe we salted it all last year.
No, I remember doing salt on our own. in the business.
Salt per request, so normally it would be $250 a push. If we request salt, it would be 300 for that. Any discussion?
Motion.
Second.
Ready, then as this is an expenditure, we will do a quick roll call, please. Ms. Arp,
Yes,
Ms. Ensley,
Yes.
Ringler votes yes, Mr. Reesinger.
Yes.
Mr. Wilks.
Yes,
Motion carries. Discussion regarding the October 17th strategic planning session.
I'm looking in the packet here, it looks like page 18 is the same list that we had at that event, right?
So I suspect probably what happened is, Mr. Waterman, sent us a letter and information that he put together after your session, but for some reason did not make it into the agenda. Probably he sent it after the agenda was made. I don't know what day he put it together, but, I guess just briefly then, since you don't have the information, any thoughts you guys had about it? Maybe you thought it was worth the time, something different you wanted to go over?
I thought it was worthwhile. I mean, obviously it was very, very brief, but he was able to kind of get us focused, I think, on a few things, so.
So we were able to do the city council, strategic planning session with just maybe another extra hour. I think Mr. Waterman just spent a little too much time going over what's already in your TIP plan. But I thought the work that was done by you guys saying, well, here's what we want to focus on was very helpful. It's nice having an outside person come in and do that. But now that we've kind of been through it once, it might be easier maybe next time for me just to do it. Is that something you guys might be interested in on a yearly or bi-yearly basis of continuing? Doing the event?
It might be productive yearly.
Figure out what's important, what's not, push things to the side.
None of this moves too fast. I mean, I think every other year is probably fine, but I thought it was helpful.
So I will go back through my emails and see when we got it and forward it along to you, and then just make sure. But you should have had it sent to you already. What do you guys think of the food? Was the food okay?
Kidding, it was great.
Could use some donuts.
Good, nobody asked me.
Okay, any correspondence aside from under? Any other correspondence? Okay, city manager DDA director's report.
So I appreciate everybody sticking around for 20 minutes. So we had a quorum, so we get some of the stuff done. I also felt that we got some important information out of the VDA's planning session. One thing I think that's going to be important moving forward is getting more staffing for the VDA, so we can accomplish more of the goals that you guys have. I think figuring out exactly how we're going to do it, whether we're going to have maybe a dedicated part-time person or have a full-time person who focus part of their time on this, and then try to rope in the chamber as well in some capacity. So I think that's one of the things I'm going to work on over the winter, so that come springtime we'll have a little bit more time dedicated to the staffing.
Thank you. Move on to trustee comments. Ms. Ensley.
Good, thank you.
Whoops.
Love the outfit, just thought I'd tell you that. I have the exact same one at home in blue.
Zarp.
I'm good.
Wish I brought my minion hat.
No, thank you all again. Appreciate your patience and letting me get through our local community Halloween wedding. And I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Do you cosplay as a Smurf or something?
What?
Cosplay as a Smurf?